What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. A happy Thursday to everybody out there. Hopefully a better day for us, guys. Let's just start it off. We were talking about it off air. I'm going to put the banner up right now. Bad beats. That was the story of last night. We'll start with Magic's because, boy, Magic, you were really close, weren't you?
All right, let's get it out of the way. No, my parlay did not hit. Shoddy, I missed it by half a point.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys before we started. You had Brittany Griner was held to 9 points through 3 quarters. It looked like such a cinch. The New York Liberty at one point had a 20-point lead in this game. And then it's actually, you know whose fault it is? It's Canada's. It's the stupid damn wildfires. All that smoke still down in New York. All those players went choked hard. They pissed away the game. It actually was tied with a couple minutes left. Back and forth. This is the worst team in the WNBA. Brittany Griner is like red hot. It's like she's suddenly running from the Russian forces again. She's just scoring everywhere she possibly can. I had enough money left from other bets that I actually was able to go get a tattoo, but I wanted to memorialize what happened last night because Brittany Griner makes a layup and the stupidest foul in the world happens and she makes the and one. And when she got fouled, I knew that's what was going to put her from like into the 21 range that would hurt me. I was hand washing dishes, sent forks flying. There's like soap in the air and everything. I was screaming. I've never been so enraged at a WNBA game in my life. But afterwards, I went to the tattoo parlor, the same one where I got this one. Mm-hmm. I got the knuckle tattoos. It says "Bad Beat." We're never gonna forget what happened here. Never forget what happened on July 5th. Never again.
Oh man. Yeah, we were following it, and everything looked great. She gets, Devin says she got 24. No, she actually got 21. Mm-hmm. And the total was 20 and a half. So,
and the other thing was like the other bet part of the parlay was such a cinch too. This seems so easy.
Sick.
I think what he's so upset about is it was the uniqueness of the bet. It was a unique bet. It was a very well thought out bet. And it was there. And that's what hurts the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
The bet.
Yeah. You're right. And Aaron, with your bad beats too, it's like, it's one thing if we came on here and it was like, oh, Brittany Griner scored a career high 45 points.
Absolutely.
Like I had no idea. Or Chase Anderson throws a perfect game.
Yeah.
You had, with your bad beats too, they were so close. It's like the ones that are, the ones that are complete whiffs, you just go, okay, whatever. Yeah. I was wrong. The ones where you had it, and it just slips through like sand in your fingers at the beach. Those are the ones, Aaron, that hurt.
Well, this was an awful night. So for the show, I had Arizona obviously plus 21 or plus 100, and they were ahead 1-0, and they were down to the last strike in the 9th inning, and a guy hits a home run, and they blow the game, and they lose 2-1. Not only were they down to the last strike, Chafin, the closer, got the first 2 guys out in 4 pitches and got up 0-2 on the 3rd hitter of the inning. And it's like, wow, I was going to sweat this one out. This is going to be really, really tough. But no, this is really not hard at all. All of a sudden, he can't get the ball over. All of a sudden, it's a home run. All of a sudden, the Mets get 2 in the 9th. So that was just sickening. But the other thing is, and for my best bets, I played 2 games yesterday, the Diamondbacks. But earlier in the night, I played the Milwaukee Brewers, who had a 3-1 lead going into the 9th with one of the best closers in baseball. He's down to the last effing strike and gives up a 2-run double, and they tie it, and then they blow it on an air and lose 4-3. So I bet 2 games last night, 1 strike away from cash. By the way, plus money on both of them, and both of them lose. So that is, in a nutshell, gambling right there. I mean, just incredible highs and lows, and we all kind of experienced lows. I know, Papa Dude, the Yankees lost, but they were ahead after 5 and then lost. So.
Well, yeah, I didn't suffer like you guys did. They did make it 4-3. I thought they had a chance, and then they got 2 in the 9th, I think, or 8th, maybe 6-3. Shouldn't. I never get the Yankees when I bet them. Never. I just don't. That's just. Have you noticed that? That's just one of those teams.
Yeah.
The other thing about the Diamondbacks, come on, 1-0. You gotta have more than 1 run. You shut the Mets out, and you only get 1. And Card's right. The Cardinals. Oh my God. Did you see how they lost?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. So.
He threw the pitcher threw the ball into right field on a throw to the first baseman.
Yep. I mean, it's unbelievable. And last night was really bad. Like I said, the Cardinals were another one where it's just, gosh, that's such a heartbreak. Also, if you bet the Marlins and then they blew a save in the ninth, only for the Cardinals to blow it in the bottom of the ninth. I mean, it was crazy. But listen, it's like Kevin B says, it comes back around in your favor. We just have to. I mean, this is why I wanted to bring it up. This is not the last time this is going to happen.
No.
This is the first time this has happened to all of us. You've got to keep a level head. You've got to just move on to the next day. Don't change up everything you're thinking about doing or everything you've done to get you ahead for the year. I'm talking to myself now, but realize that I would have made those bets 100 times out of 100, and they were good bets. They just didn't come through. So,
you ever realize too? You don't remember the ones that you get in your favor.
Right.
You kind of forget those.
Like the Reds.
The ones that you steal. You don't remember those. You just remember these shitty ones that you lose right at the end.
Yep. I know. So with that being said, we're turning the page and we're moving on here on the Daily Show, and we're getting into today. So let's go through a few games, get to the best bets here, and see if we can have a little bit better of a day. Cubs and Brewers are what we'll start off with. There's those Brewers. They killed me last night. We're going to kick it off with them today. The Brewers are minus 115 against the Cubs. Cubs got Stroman on the mound. Papa Dude, where are you going?
Hate the Brewers. Hate them. Can't get them right. I did get that one last night. Sorry, but didn't bet it. But on the money line or for the website, I did have the Cubs. I'm going Cubs again because every time I pick Milwaukee, they lose. The Cubs, I struggle with also. These are two teams that are just alike. They suck, both of them. And so, I mean, I like the Stroman angle today. He hasn't been pitching quite as well, but I think he bounces back today and gets the Cubs or gets the Brewers. So I'm going to take the Cubs plus the whatever they are. Probably what are they about? Minus 104 or something like that.
You can find them anywhere up to plus 100 right now or down to like minus 110. I've seen it places too. This one's kind of everywhere. Magic, where are you going with this one?
Give me the over, baby. I think this one's going to go way over. So we talked about the bullpens and how they can screw with you. This series, the bullpens have been really rough. If you combine the two teams in the series so far, 25 in the third innings thrown from the bullpens, 15 runs given up. And then now they're coming off of a tired game. You put in the fact that Freddie Peralta, he's got a 5.45 ERA and he's 0-4 in his last 7 starts. Not good at all for these teams. So I think there's going to be runs scored in oodles in this game. So give me the over.
All right, Magic's going over. I will take. I'll take the Cubs today. I really think the Cubs will get it done with Stroman on the mound. And Peralta, he's kind of hit and miss. If he pitches well, it could go the Brewers' way, but this is a big toss-up, no question about it. All right, let's go Phillies-Rays next. And this is really interesting. The Phillies have come in here and taken care of the Rays without a whole lot of trouble so far. Can they make it 3 in a row over the Rays today, Papa Dude? Rays minus 130. Where are you going?
I went with the Phillies again today at the plus money, with the Rays throwing a guy out there that's only thrown 15 innings all year, figuring that's going to be a bullpen game for them. They're kind of struggling to get to the All-Star break. McClanahan, their ace, is on the DL, probably will come off after the All-Star break. This probably would be his spot today, I'm guessing, why they're throwing Sean Armstrong out there. Phillies pitcher is okay. He's not great. So I'm going to go with the Phillies and the plus money. I think they've got a shot to sweep Tampa. I think Tampa's struggling just a little bit, and they need the All-Star break to get here because they got the Braves this weekend.
Yeah, they are really struggling. That Braves series is going to be very interesting to see if the Rays can bounce back. All right, Magic, can they bounce back today? That's the question. Where are you going, Phillies or Rays?
I'll take the Rays on this one just because but the Papa Dude's right. They really have leveled off. It's not, it would be 4-game losing streak for the Rays right now. I mean, that's season high for them. Phillies have won 11 straight on the road, so I understand all the trends going towards Philly. It's just, I can't picture the Phillies and what we saw from them earlier this year sweeping the Rays. Like, that's something that's still, like, my brain's not quite able to calculate. So I'll stick with the Rays to win the rubber match here, but if you were going to bet it, but I don't want to touch this game right now.
I'm kind of with you. I don't think I would touch this one either. I would want a little bit better price on the Rays. I see now in some books they're up to minus 140. So that's really getting a little bit shaky. I would go Phillies or no bet, and so I'm going to choose no bet on this one. The Phillies are just red hot right now. They were pretty average at best to say early in the year, but they've really started to surge. I think they're a team you can play, but we'll see what happens here. It's awful tough to beat the Rays 3 straight. We'll see if the Phillies can do it. All right, last one before we get into our race of the day. Orioles and Yankees. Papa Dude, you backed the Yankees and you got beat last night. What about tonight? Are you going to go Yankees again, or are you going back to the Orioles?
Never betting them again, ever. Every time I bet them, they lose. I got Baltimore today, but are they the one? They're the one that's minus 130.
Yeah, they're minus 130.
No, don't bet this. Just don't. These two teams, they're pretty even. I can't get Baltimore right when I bet them. Now, if I just pick a money line, I get them a lot. So, no, I'm staying away from this. I think Baltimore's going to win today, though, because Severino's terrible for the Yankees today. So, I would take Baltimore, but minus 130, no, that's not good enough.
All right, Magic, what do you think?
I think Severino has a better – I mean, he's got to have a better game than he had last time, right? But boy, it's the Yankees bats were so dead last time. It's so hard to back a pitcher coming off of one of his worst career efforts last time. And you had, what was it, Rizzo, Stanton, Torres, and Mayhew were a combined 0 for 15 at the plate yesterday. Sorry to keep reminding you, Papa Dude, about what happened yesterday. But it's just like there's so many factors going against this. If Severino can find his old form, I like the Yankees here at plus money. I mean, the last 6 starts versus Baltimore, Severino's 6-0. He usually has the Orioles number, but also the Orioles, they've been getting a little bit better each year over the last several years too, and so I think that kind of goes against it. But yeah, I don't want. If you had to play this game, I guess take Yankees plus money, but yeah, I don't want. I like Dennis says, I don't want to.
I lean Orioles in this game. I think they're the better overall team, and I think the pitching matchup really favors them. You kind of know what you're going to get out of Bradish for the Orioles. You kind of know he's going to go out there, pitch 5-6 innings, give up a couple of runs. What is it? Severino finds his old form. If only Jamie Ness was training him, that would be
call back to yesterday. Nicely done, Kevin.
Yeah, with Severino, my only comment is I was at the last game he pitched. It was really bad. I mean, bad. And even before that, he had just not looked good coming into that game. I kind of played the whole, well, he'll find his form in this game against the Cardinals. Oh God, it was brutally bad. He's gonna have to prove it to me. So to me, you either bet the Orioles or you don't bet the game. I don't know how. Even though the Yankees are plus money, I love betting plus money teams. I don't know how you support him until he kind of shows you, talk about Severino, that he can come up with a big game. So give me the Orioles. All right, let's go race of the day, Horseshoe Indy. That was one thing we did really well on this show yesterday from a race from Horseshoe Indy. We pointed out a stakes horse who won. She was 8-1 morning line, won, but only went at 2-1. But we kind of thought that. Today we're going to go a race 7 in Horseshoe Indy, an allowance going 7.5 furlongs here. A field of 10. We've got a heavy favorite in here in the number 8 Classic Cut. Papa Dude, I'll start with you. Are you going Classic Cut?
Well, thanks for starting with me. Trying to figure out why you picked this race.
I don't know. Just randomly drew it out of a hat.
Well, is that right? Okay. I don't like anything in this race, so you're going to me first. I mean, the heavy favorite is 7-5, and it's ran twice against a bunch of horses that have run a whole lot, but they're not very good. So I looked and looked and looked. I couldn't really find anything that I thought was any better. You got Cox as the trainer. I'm just going with that. So I'm going to stick with Classic Cut to win. I looked at digital software. Been off since March. Didn't run since worth of crap before that. The 2 horse I kind of looked at a little bit, but I don't see anything that's better. Then 8. The 8 horse is running well at this time, so I'm going to go with Classic Cut to win it.
Classic Cut for Papa Dude. What do you think, Magic?
It's not sexy, but I got to do it. I'm with Papa Dude on this one. And I don't even usually like playing horses first out against older winners, right? You got 3-year-old facing winners and older horses for the first time, a double dewey and a short price. But it's Brad Cox at Horseshoe. Why would you try? It's really hard to go against this guy. You look at the Derby and the Oaks coming up this weekend. It's kind of hard to play against him in that whole card there. For a little bit of a price, if you want to go that route, I'm interested in the 3 Gunno, second time facing winners, broke the maiden on synthetic 2 starts back. But this is be the first time routing. It's an Into Mischief horse out of a QV mare. So you'd think 7.5, 2 turns on the turf should be within the wheel route. I like the fact this horse is going to sit, I think, just behind the 2 and the 8, possibly the 7 as well. And then if the 2 and the 8 gun it, if the 2 weakens the 8, I don't think the 2 has a chance. But if the 2 and 8 just gas each other out, I think the 3 is going to be there to pick up the pieces. So if you're looking for a price, I'd go with the 3 Gunno. But man, Classic Cut. By the way, why would you name a horse Classic Cut and not geld him? I don't understand. There's no. Where's Classic Cut coming from if he's not a gelding?
Give it time, Magic. It could happen. They don't want to do it immediately, just in case.
Oh, God.
I mean, my racehorse paid $250K for that guy as a yearling. I get it. They want to wait and make sure they can try and get every ounce of hope out of the owners before they decide to cut him. So.
All right. Well, listen, I hate to do it, but I also like Classic Cut as well. You kind of stole what I wanted to say. I like 8, 3, 1 in that order. I think the 3 is pretty interesting. If he can kind of translate that synthetic form over to the turf today, I think the 3 will be interesting. I don't think there's going to be a ton of speed, but if there is, the 3 is going to be the one to pick up the pieces. So I like the 3 a little bit. Also like the 1 digital software just a bit as well. I don't think it's completely cut and dry because of those comments you made, Magic. It's a lightly raced horse in this 8, facing older horses as well. So I think 8, 3, 1 is where you go here, and you just move on to the next one. I do like the 8 on top. I think the 8 gets out to the lead, going to be really, really tough to run down. So, yeah, there you go. Michael and I pretty similar there with how we see this race unfolding. All right. Let's do it. Let's get to the best bets. Who wants to go first today? Okay, Papa Dude's going first today. Tell us why you like this parlay, Papa Dude.
Well, I'm with kind of like Magic yesterday. I have a cinch in there, I think. Don't you think Cleveland over to Kansas City is pretty much a cinch?
I would hope.
Yeah. Do you realize that we've talked about the A's and how horrible they are? The Royals are a half a game ahead of the A's right now. Mm-hmm. And after today, Oakland plays Detroit. They got a halfway decent chance to beat the Tigers. And Cleveland is probably going to beat the Royals. And the Royals might be the worst team we've been talking about because Oakland's been playing better. So I really like the cinch in Cleveland. So they'll probably be the one to blow it. The one I'm a little worried about is the Miami one. And the reason I took the Marlins today is the way the Cardinals lost last night. And I watched them. I actually turned that game on right at the end. And I watched them walk off the field.
Yeah.
And that was a team that looked to me like, let's get the hell to the All-Star break because half of us are going to be gone. I think the Cardinals are going to be big-time sellers at the trade deadline coming up. So, they are professional athletes. They do bounce back better than high school kids do and sometimes college kids because it's their job, and they may come out today and light it up. Perez is pitching for Miami. I think he's going to pitch well. I think it's Flattery is pitching for the. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's up and down. I just think Miami blows their doors off today. If they can get out and get like 3 in the first inning, I think this game's over. So I like the value at plus 163 because we got a Cleveland team that's minus 220, and we're getting plus 163. The Cardinals are still in Vegas. Kind of a name, they're like the Yankees.
Yeah.
You still can get pretty good value betting against the Cardinals because Miami was only like minus 130 early this morning in this game. I think they should have been a lot better. So I'm going to hope they can come through today and get this one. Maybe we can get back on the winning track.
Yeah, I think some people would say, well, law of averages, the Cardinals may win. I think that was their opportunity last night for that law of averages to come through, and they still couldn't win the game. Flaherty pitched pretty darn good in the game I was at, but they were also facing a Yankees lineup who they didn't play anybody, so it wasn't very strong. Perez, if you remember, he got absolutely shelled. He only lasted a third of an inning last time out against Atlanta. However, he has been phenomenal until that outing. So I think he bounces back. I like this parlay a lot. Kevin B likes this parlay a lot. That means we'll probably blow it in the ninth, but we'll see what happens here.
Full win. That's what will happen.
Well, if the Royals win, that's just I don't know.
Yeah, the Royals have got what's his name? Lyles, I think it is. It's 1-11. He's pitching today.
All right, Magic. Do you want me to go or do you want to go?
I'll go. I like yours, but we'll save the best for last. I'm still mad about. I am having fun, however, with the chat. The discussion has turned in the chat to now be about what are the best horses that are geldings, what with their names. No Balls, clearly, No Balls, best gelding name ever. Yeah. That's a great one. A gelding out of Gun Runner, Shooting Blanks. That's a great one. Gelding out of Into Mischief, No More Mischief. Also a good one. Nice. So good job on those ones, guys. I like that. All right, what are we talking about? Toronto, Chicago White Sox. I'll keep this quick. I think that Toronto wins this one because Lynn's pitching for the White Sox, and oh boy, is he having a Chase Anderson style season. It's not going well. 7.71 ERA. They're countering with Hector Berrios, his favorite brother, Jose, who started the season rough for Toronto. He's come to be very reliable lately. He's got a 3.0 ERA. The batting average in his last 14 starts is 231. White Sox not exactly knocking it out of the park. So I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. -1. I like this one. I think they win by about 3 points here. So give me the plus money on the Blue Jays. Aaron would not let me do another parlay today, so I'm mad about that. But I will tell you, I was going to parlay it with Saskatchewan in the CFL. There's my free CFL bet for the day. So boom.
Okay, you're telling lies, all right? Tell me when you're telling lies right now. You're telling lies. You asked my opinion, and I said, well, you got plus money. I wouldn't do it if I were you. But that didn't mean I didn't let you. You could do whatever you want. You're your own man. Remember that.
Kevin, Aaron said I'm only allowed one Canadian team or game to bet per day. And I had to pick between one or the other, and he told me to take the plus money. And he said if there was another parlay that lost, that I would be fired. So we're just going to sit here and take the Blue Jays plus 102 -1 and hopefully still be employed next week.
No comments. All right, I'm going to go with my best bet today. Let's see if we can get the Reds beat. What do you say? I'm going to go Reds plus 105 here today. Listen, they could lose. It's baseball, but the Reds at plus 105 against the Nationals. I don't care if Magic was pitching. I would bet the Reds. I'm sorry. I just can't go against it. You guys said yesterday, it's like, oh, they're due to lose. It was an easy win. It wasn't ever really in doubt. Today they do have Williamson. He's not good. I totally am with you guys on that. He's not good at all. Mackenzie Gore's pitching for the Nationals. I mean, the Reds, if they show up ready to hit, should they not get enough runs to win this game? I think yes is the answer to that. So I'm going to take the Reds plus the 105 here. Like I said, see if we can get them beat here in about 45 minutes. We'll see if we can get the Reds beat today, as I seem to be a jinx to whatever team I'm betting right now in baseball. So hate that I have to jinx my favorite team here, the Reds, but give me Cincinnati. And by the way, guys, they're now 2 games ahead of the Milwaukee Brewers in the division. So Cincinnati Reds, look out. All right, Reds. Yes, Reds now, then now and forever. Dennis, I love the play on the WWE there. Hey, also, I was talking to Dennis because he is a Reds fan, like myself. He's since birth, me since about 3 months ago, but maybe 2 months ago. But these pitchers for the Reds, as they play better and better, their starting pitching is getting better and better. It's almost like these guys have okay, we got to pick it up. If we just pick it up a little bit, we're in real good shape. So you've seen quality starts the last couple of weeks from pitchers that haven't been giving them quality starts. Let's hope Williamson can kind of stay on that bandwagon and do that today. So I'm going Reds. All right. Any final comments, guys?
Well, it's easier to pitch when you know that your team's going to score 8 runs, 7 or 8 runs.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, there you go.
I like yesterday's Reds game. The Nationals manager was they were having them look at De La Cruz's bat and screwing with him. And so when he came up for it, I think he struck out or something. He didn't hit it. Next at bat, he smashed the home run. Love the celebration. I think celebration in baseball is something that should definitely happen. I hate when the old farts, not you, Papa Dude, you're much younger than these guys. Screw them. You like the celebrations too. The old whiny bastards that were like, no, he shouldn't have fun. He hit a home run. He should just go around the bases and come back and sit on his hands. No, fuck that. No, celebrate. You've only been in the majors for a couple of weeks, and they just tried screwing with you at your last at bat. That's what he did to them. Love it.
Absolutely. I agree. He pointed at that bat, and he was he was excited to see it. So he actually tattooed that ball too. Holy shit! And by the way, that was the all-star pitcher for the Nationals yesterday, and they just beat the shit out of him. So.
Remember though, they have to have one member on the team, and that was the only one they could.
I know, but still. But anyway, like I said, they'll get beat today because I am just. Ooh, you don't want me on your side right now in baseball. I can't believe. Honestly, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it was like, well, it happens. Last night was like, okay, I've pissed somebody off, some higher power off. But I mean, you know how it goes. Monday, Tuesday, I didn't miss every game or anything. It was just like, yeah, I'm not doing quite as good as.
It really bothered him.
Well, no, it's like I'm okay. And then last night, it's like, all right, I'm gonna win these 2 games, and we're back to being pretty good for the week. And those 2 lost. It's like, yeah. Something may be happening with me, so I may stay away from me for a couple days. All right, let's go best bets here real quick. Hey, before we go, this is podcast day, as Shoddy said, and we've got my dad and I coming up 32 minutes from now. That's right. We're doing an early show today, noon Central Time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. So just stay tuned here, about 31 minutes now away from our show. Magic Mike, normal time, Somich, Magic.
Yeah, normal time. No Somich today. Gonna have Nick Sievers from Dudes After Dark, which is already disbanded after 1 week. They did it last Wednesday, and then last night they said no. There was no Canterbury last night, so that's why they didn't do it. But Nick will be on with me today at 2 p.m. Pacific, covering Belmont Late Pick 5, the Belmont Derby, Belmont Oaks, and the Victory Ride, along with, of course, a New York-bred maiden claiming race to cap everything because it's NYRA.
I love it. All right. Blinkers off at some point today as well. Are we playing Truth or Dare on the show today, Papa Dude? We might at the end. Yeah, I think we might.
No, we're not.
No? Okay. Papa Dude says no. Sorry. All right. Best bets. We'll go through them one more time. By the way, this is game 1 of this Blue Jays White Sox. It's a double header today.
Yeah, I kept forgetting that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did too, Magic. This is game 1. Blue Jays -1 run, plus 102. Game 1 today. That'll be a 4:10 Central Time start. So make sure if you're putting bets in, it's for the first game of this double header. Papa Dude's going Marlins, Guardians, plus 163, a parlay that I think everybody kind of liked. So we'll see what happens there. And I'm going to go Reds plus 105. Hey, we'll be live, Papa Dude, for the first few innings of this. Let's see if we can get behind 5 or 6 runs. What do you say? All right, guys. That'll do it for today for the best bets. We're down now $271 after that disaster. And that's gambling. I mean, we could have been up about $400 or $500 coming in today, and then that happened. So, all right, guys, we're going to go 3-0. I promise you that, or your money back. The show's free, so it's okay. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.